Hello and welcome to the Leckiju Lounge. This is your host Lex, and as Fletcher from Liar Liar once said, baseball stuff! So first of all, thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of the Leckiju Lounge. You know what? Go ahead, like and subscribe, because you're going to like this video. I have confidence. I have confidence in the work I'm putting out. So go ahead and give it a like. Excuse me. You can go ahead and subscribe, turn on the post notification, and click the bell so that you never miss an upload from me. And if you're listening through Spotify, go ahead and follow the channel. Yikes, I just started. I'm coughing all over the place. So yeah, I have confidence. So today I want to talk about a few things, but I'm going to start with just some current life updates. The first thing is podcast related. I am getting new mics. They should be getting delivered tomorrow. So I'm super excited about that. I don't know, I'm hoping the quality is fierce because I like the quality of this mic. I'm not even doing it for quality purposes, and I might still use this mic from time to time, but it's a set of 2 mics, and it's going to have a soundboard because my best friend, she gave me some mics for my birthday, and I had a feeling she was going to get me that, and I was so grateful. But then I realized that the mics she got me were the same brand, and that's great, but in order to connect them, you'd have to get a soundboard. The technology is really confusing of okay, then this one needs an XLR cable, but this soundboard only takes one. So it's so confusing. And then to connect to my phone, because I don't have a professional camera, I record from my phone. And it was just a whole thing, and I did some research, and I was okay, so I found some mics that already come with a set of 2. They come with the connection and all that. So I said, can you by any chance return these? I hope you can still return these. So we're going to try to get them returned, and I should get them delivered, and the next episode should be recorded on my new mics. If the quality is good. Obviously I'm going to check that and all, but it's a set of 2 mics, so it'll be easier to have guests, and I'll be more confident about having guests, because I don't want to have guests and have to split a mic with them, you know what I mean? So have to go back and forth. So that's mainly what I wanted it for. And then that's super exciting news for the pod. We're getting upgrades here at the pod. What else has happened has been, I've been kind of taking a break. I've been off, so I've been getting outside a little bit, not too much, because it's hot as Satan outside. Literally yesterday it said it feels like 100. I refreshed, it goes feels like 101. So I can only be outside for an hour, and I'm gonna be in the pool for that hour. But my main topic today is going to be compliments. You heard me right, compliments. Before we get into that though, let me touch on, I just remembered I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and that's been the talk of the town on TikTok and within the K-pop community, and I didn't know if I was gonna like it so much. First of all, I thought it was a TV show, a series, 1 season, but then I found out it's a movie. I'm oh, this is one night. Okay, so I liked it. I mean, I like musicals, and I like movies with music focus, and I feel it had a music focus, but also had told the story at the same time. It had a romance, it had action, and I thought it was pretty cool. The action was really better than I thought it would be, and I liked the characters. I didn't love the main character too much, but she was cool. I really liked the demon boy band that are the Saja Boys, because they were so cool as humans in the human form, and I thought they were super cute and a likable group, but then demons, and I thought that was the duality of it, beautiful. I did see that they took inspiration from ATEEZ Monsta X, TXT, Stray Kids, and I really saw that in the sounds of the music, but also the visuals, and the demon group looking like holotees. It was just cool though. And the one character that was modeled supposedly after Son with the pink hair, so cute. Love it. The animation I like too. I think that animation's super fun and expressive. So yeah, I watched it. Last night I actually did a Jinnu cosplay because my friend told me I should do it. She was like, "You have the face for it, for like the face shape for it." So I said, "I'll do it." And I kind of loved it. I did not do like the best job, I think. I think the main thing was like when people do the detail work on the face and the purple like markings, they do them thinner and mine were kind of thick. I still think mine looked cool. And I think it's like, oh, I would know what it is, oh, because that's trending. But other than that, it kind of just looked like a random creative look. But I felt super cool in it and hot. So I liked it. And I went live. If you want to see the videos, I have transitions. I have just like videos in the cosplay and the makeup. If you want to see them at my TikTok, Leckiju212, and Instagram, leckiju.kpop. It is tagged in the link tree on the channel, so go look. So yeah, the main topic today is compliments. I want to talk compliments because last night I talked with my dad and my brother about compliments. This was 2 nights ago now, and it's just like, it made me realize, I was like, I need to talk about this, okay? The nature of compliments, like good versus bad. So for me, compliments, I love them. And most people do, but some people like don't have a hard time taking compliments, receiving, and just saying like thank you. Some people are like no, and I have had those moments. Sometimes like people, for instance, I'm a performer, so after a show, if people were like, they were like great job tonight, and then I'm like, oh, it wasn't my best, or like, oh, it wasn't that great, but thank you. And that's just like, just say thank you. Just say thank you. I know it's hard, but when you're such a hard critic on yourself, or you are like perfectionist in certain ways, it is hard, but just say thank you. Thank you so much, you know? And I'm more that way whenever it comes to my look, and I am a perfectionist. I mean, there are times where people say like compliment me on the way that I look, and I'm like, oh, I threw this together. Or it's like, oh, I kind of look bad. My hair looks like a mess right now, but thank you. And it's like, just say thank you. Just say thank you. I think that is something though that is programmed into our minds to almost like degrade ourselves a little bit, or like diminish ourselves. And it's almost like in Mean Girls, for example, when people say like she compliments her and she's like thank you, and she's like, so you agree, you think you're really pretty, otherwise you, like, she almost wanted her to, or expected her to say like, oh no, like when she said you're really pretty, she wanted to be like, oh no, but thanks, like, but she just said thank you. And it's more like people and us we don't want to be perceived as someone who's like has an ego or is confident. That's not even having an ego, that's just confidence. But it's kind of the way that we've been trained to think, like, diminish yourself and not just accept it. But rewire that. That's what we're doing. We're working on confidence. We're working on rewiring. So I've definitely gotten like better about it in recent years, but there is a fine line to ride between ego and confidence, for sure. And I ride that line, sweetie. So I wanted to talk about like some of my experiences with compliments, because I actually, this was like a story my brother told on me, and it makes me sound really bad. He was like, one time Lex told me he went to Walmart, he was in the store, and he said he made eye contact with this guy, and then he was like, why didn't that guy compliment me? That's how he tells the story, but this is not quite how it went. I did feel bad about this genuinely after, because I was like, why is that where my brain went? Why is that the first thought I had? But I looked at this guy, this older man, white man, appears to be straight, and we made eye contact. And when I make eye contact with people, like strangers, I normally like give them a light smile or whatever, because I don't like whenever you make eye contact with someone, a stranger, and they just give you nothing, or just like stare at you with a blank stare and like their mouth hanging open. It's just like annoying to me. And I'm like, it's not that hard to give a soft smile. So I normally like do that. And it's weird because this guy didn't even give me the vibe like he was going to, like he would compliment me. It was just not the vibe. But for some reason we made eye contact and I smiled at him, and like he stayed locked eyes, and it looked like he was gonna say something. And so I was expecting him to say like compliment me in some way, like my face or my eyes or something. And then after I walked past him and he didn't say anything, my first thought was, that was weird. He didn't compliment me. And I felt like that is so stupid. And I had to tell my brother, I was like, this is going to get me canceled. I mean, obviously I don't care, but I was like, genuinely, that is so like, that was too much ego right there. I'm like, I need to be dialed back a little bit. I need to be humbled, but it is really funny. And I actually also had this other realization because I do like compliments, and I realized that I quit a job like I want to say 2 months ago almost, and I used to get compliments at that job pretty often. Well, not like so many, but it would be like one per shift, not every shift, but it'd be like one. And it's normally because I put in the effort. Genuinely, like, that's another reason I think I deserve some, because some of those hoes show up to work and they just rolled out from a nap. Like, they don't do anything, and then, like, they don't get compliments most of the time. So it's like, you can't be butthurt about that. You put in no effort. So some reasons that I think that I do deserve them is if, like, I always showed up to work in, like my clothes looked nice, whatever, was in uniform and mostly all black. And then I would do I'd curl my lashes, do mascara, maybe the waterline black. I would always fix my hair. Like, my hair always had hairspray in it. It's like a light fix, and it was brushed. Hey, how about that? Bare minimum, it was brushed. So I always felt like I was presenting the best part of myself. And then I'd be standing next to someone at work, and customer would compliment me and not them, and I'd be like no tea, but I put in the effort, okay? So you can't be mad. But I realized that since I haven't worked that job in a while, I haven't gotten as many compliments because I've been kind of off for summer, and it's not like I need them. I do not need them, okay? But it was just nice because I would, get them more frequently when I was working there and seeing more strangers. But I did actually tell my brother, I'm like, I would kind of feel weird if I didn't get a compliment in a shift. And that's so stupid. That is so stupid. But I'd be like, this shift was annoying. This shift was weird. I didn't get any compliments, and there was nothing to make my day. And sometimes just someone saying something simple can change your whole day. And that's where I want to transition into the power of compliments and giving compliments, because it can genuinely make somebody's day. I'm not somebody to throw around compliments everywhere, because then it means less to me. If I tell everyone that I see that you're so beautiful, and I'm and I don't even think that they were, if I that sounds awful, because these are people you don't know, you haven't met. So if you're just going based on the outside and you are taking visual compliments, or you're taking you heard their voice compliments, that I don't just throw that around, because it means less, and it will start to mean less and seem more ingenuine. But whenever I do give compliments to strangers, which is not it's not all the time, but it's also, somewhat frequent. I don't even get out. That's what I'm saying. I don't get out much, so I can't have that many compliments to strangers, but I will give them. I do like talking to strangers. I'll talk about I like the print on their bag. I really love these pants. I really love this shirt. Whatever. Or your hair is so beautiful. And when I say it though, I mean it, because I'm not throwing around compliments everywhere. I'm not doing it. So it does mean more, I think. And the power of compliments can truly lift somebody's whole day up. And my most recent story of that was when I went to the ATEEZ concert, which was a compliment festival. That whole day was a compliment festival. Giving them, getting them. It was so sweet and fun. And they make such a safe environment, the fans, ATEEZ. And it was just compliments flying. And most concerts are like that, but not all of them. I think K-pop concerts especially, because it's such a sense of community and understanding of we all love the same thing. We're all a little bit obsessed and a little bit crazy about our faves. But I gave this girl a compliment towards the end of the night, and it was okay. So I was leaving the concert, and I was kind of dilly-dallying though, because I was driving myself and I didn't want to leave, but I just wanted to I I had no reason to be there. The show was over, but I was just like wanting to hang out and like meet strangers. And this girl was taking a selfie. She was hardcore in this selfie, Miss Thing. She was serving mug, like she had the concert glam on. Her makeup was so fierce. And I went over to her and I said, I don't mean to disturb your selfie. So sorry, but you are so beautiful. Because I genuinely was like taken back. I was taken back. And then this girl, she was beside herself. I think it made her night. I like to think it made her night. She was like, she seemed so happy about it. And I was like, yeah, of course. And then she did like return some compliments, and it was super sweet. She was with a group of girls and they were nice. And I feel like this was kind of funny. They said something about like my skin was super clear, and I was like, hey, don't get too close, because they were like coming towards, and I was like, don't get too close, because of my skin. But I will say my skin appears a lot clearer than it is up close, which I do like. And I told them, I said I have a touch of concealer on, this much, but I do, whenever I have concealer, it just like evens out my skin tone even more, and it does look pretty fierce. But yeah, they were super nice. That girl, I actually did link up with her on TikTok, and she was just really pretty. And it's just like fun throwing compliments and like making someone's day, because it makes me feel good, because I was able to like bring someone's whole day up. And I hope they feel the same for me, because I did get a lot of compliments that day. One, because my outfit was super fierce and creative. And a lot of times at concert, like, you wear more out of your comfort zone things, or you wear more fun clothing. And so there's a lot of compliments on that. It's like, I like your skirt, I like your boot covers, I love your shoes, I love your earrings. And there's just a lot to compliment, because there's a lot to see. And that's always fun. And then also the fans are just nice in general. And that's why I felt so special after that day. It made me feel so special. And, yeah, people were super sweet. Then another thing that is like compliment related is the comment section. The comment section of post, TikToks, Reels, YouTube videos, podcast, whatever. I've obviously, like, the comment section is a big place for hate, but it's also a place for compliments and like encouragement. And I've gotten some really amazing compliments over time, also gotten a lot of amazing hate. And I will actually shout out, I don't know if I've talked about it on here before, but my favorite hate comment was, it was a video I posted for Valentine's Day, maybe a year and a half ago. And it was me and my boyfriend, like, little edit of us. It was like cute. I thought the video was so cute. And I put it on Instagram and TikTok, or I think I put it on Instagram, I'm not sure. I posted it to YouTube Shorts. And here's the thing. You have to have a thick skin to post on YouTube and YouTube Shorts. The community there is very different. And yeah, you just have to have a thicker skin. And the compliments are really wild on there. So I posted, and it was maybe like a few days later, somebody commented, "Society's garbage." That was it. Society's garbage. And it's not even that creative. And I think that's what made it like funnier to me. But for some reason it has like stuck with me. I haven't even had too many that were super creative putting me down. But that one was just super like memorable for some reason. They said society's garbage, you know. And they were dead serious. No emojis, no LOLs. Like, it was so stupid and like also mean. And can you imagine I can't imagine going on someone's post, no matter what it was, no matter how much I disagreed with it or hated it, and commented society's garbage. If you really hate it, report it, block the account. Like, that's more my speed. I'm not really like trying to leave hate on anybody online, for sure. I actually wasn't even a like strong commenter, but I am more now. I definitely like interact more online. Well, one, because I found out like it is good for your account for growth, and you know, people can be exposed to you and find your account through a comment if it blows up, or you know, it's just like good to engage and interact. But also, like, I genuinely like lifting people's spirits from comments, because as a creator now, I'm on the side where like comments really do matter to me and make me feel better and encourage me to do more and to like keep creating. So I want to do the same for people. That's kind of turned me into a commenter, because I used to literally never comment on videos. I have some videos, oh, this is so random, but my Instagram, like, I have comments on there that still be getting likes, and they're like in the thousands of likes, and they like, I get notifications from them every day, and I'm like, should I take it down, because this is starting to get annoying? But also I'm like, I kind of like the fame from my comment likes. So yeah, the comment section, I don't have too many that are memorable, like that are like good compliments, which just sounds bad. There are a lot, but they're very sweet. But I think sometimes hate comments are just more memorable and funnier. I will say this is not a comment, but this is a compliment. This girl that I met, and she ended up, like, she works for a brand who ended up sending me some clothes, kind of like, not PR, but she just like was able to send me some clothes, and it was super nice. I met her in person at like the movie theater, and she knew my videos. She said she followed me, and so we like chatted it up, took a photo. It was super fun. And then months later, it's like 2 months later, she sent me the clothes, and inside it had a card with a very sweet message in it. Like, the whole card was written in by her, and it's like, we met one time, and it was some of the sweetest stuff ever. Again, she's an AT&E, so I'm telling you, they're the nice people. But she sent me a card with like the nicest message ever. I'm like, this is nicer than people who know me like in real life, like that they would put on a card. It was just super sweet. And then whenever I text her about it, I was like, I appreciate this so much. Like, this was so sweet. And she was like, I think she responded with, sometimes like icons need to be told they're icons. She was like, and that was just like, ugh, she's so sweet. She is so sweet. Because I mean, it's true. Like, sometimes, I mean, I'm not like a huge star or anything. I'm not like famous online yet, but you know, I'm like, I have my weak moments. I have my moments of like feeling like I don't want to create, or like my videos aren't funny, my videos aren't doing well, and things like that are discouraging. So that was really nice of her. So yeah, the comment section is very fun for me. I love reading up. A comment that I do remember, and this segues into some of my favorite things to be complimented on. This comment I got was, it said something about my voice. Oh, actually it was a few. I got like a few comments when I started posting on TikTok, like more seriously. And I got a few comments at the same time saying that I had like they really liked my voice, or my voice was very relaxing, or different things like that. What am I saying? Referencing my voice. And I was like, or pertaining to my voice. That's what I was trying to say. And I was like, that's really shocking to me, because I've never been told that until I like started posting online. And for me, I never like loved my voice. I didn't hate it, but I never loved it. And I remember, I used to like cringe hearing my own voice, but like I'm past that, because obviously I post and watch videos of myself quite a bit. But yeah, I guess I never thought of my voice as relaxing. And whenever I do the podcast, I think I'm pretty relaxed. But whenever I do like other videos, like short form, I am normally like more energetic, I guess. And this is actually genuinely how I talk. Like, I do get excitable, but it's still pretty monotone. And also, I think of my voice as like just kind of annoying and kind of like squeaky. I don't know, squeaky. So I never thought it would be relaxing to anyone, but I'm very happy to hear that. That was my most like unexpected compliments have been about my voice. And I'm sure my voice is annoying to some people, and that's fine. That's fine, because I get it. Another thing I love to be complimented on. So I just like listed some things. Okay, so I said voice because of that one. Choreography. I love to be complimented on my choreography because it's something that I care so much about. It's kind of like being complimented on your talents, but for me, like, I'm a dancer. I also choreograph and teach, and one of my hobbies was like designing fashion. But for me, like, I love being complimented on choreography probably the most, and then being complimented on fashion design is also pretty meaningful to me, because it's like, it's something I'm not great at sketch wise, but I have the ideas. And so if someone can like see past the sketch and like see it, that's, that means a lot to me. If someone compliments my actual dancing, I'm like, thank you, of course, but it means less to me. And that has been like, maybe because I've done it for so long and like had almost all the compliments I can get from dance. I mean, there's every once in a while, but it's normally just like, oh, you were amazing, you performed amazing, or like your turns are really nice, and it's like, thank you. But it doesn't mean as much to me as choreography compliments, because that's what I care more about. So that's another thing. I like to be complimented on being like, okay, good at stuff. So that's kind of general, we all are, but I like being like the things in my element. If someone's like, oh, you cooked really well today, like, I'd be like, thank you, but cooking's not really my thing. If it's something in my things where it's like, I love your outfit, or like your style's on point today, love it. I like to be complimented on being funny and smart, particularly together. If it's funny in a way that like it's quick and it's like faster than we were thinking, or it was just like timing was right, because I'm not like a setup joke and land. Like, I'm just not that type of person. And I do think that people think that I'm pretty funny, but it's normally in a setting where it's more casual conversation, and it's like, oh, I'm just like ripping into this, or I'm like ripping into them, or I'm like just dropping something like dirty or whatever. And it's normally timing that's makes it so good, and it's quickness that makes it good. And that honestly people don't even like have to compliment me on, because if it makes them laugh, that's the compliment. That's the sign of, oh, I ate, oh, I'm funny. And then as far as looks go, I wanted to put this in because I do like being complimented on looks, but it's like, it can go either way. If someone calls me handsome, I say thank you, could care less. I appreciate that that's what you see for me, but it's just like not, it doesn't feel as personal, because to me, I'm like, if someone calls me beautiful or pretty, that's more on the nose for me, which, hey, Wooyoung and San, I called both of them beautiful, so they said it to me, and they got the vibes that that's what I would like. One, it's also like, it's more of a gender neutral term. It's more of a, because I don't know, handsome doesn't sit quite right with me. For handsome, I picture more like, I don't know, sharper features, which I have sharp features, but I picture like a bigger, muscular guy, like beefier, but like, he's handsome. And I think I could cosplay handsome, but I just feel like that's not me. I would rather someone say like, you look so unique, rather than you look handsome. But yeah, beautiful is kind of top tier. Oh, but I did put in here, like, if what I would really prefer is if someone were to say that I was like hot or like sexy, like words like that. And that just comes from like more what I want to like be perceived as, ? I don't know. It's kind of complicated, because like, yes, beautiful is a great term, but if someone was like, oh, they're so hot, or they're really sexy, I think I'm drawn to that just because like that's typically what I like. And like, even when I was younger, I mean, this isn't like a new theme, this has been me since I was like 16, even younger, actually way younger than that. Damn. Probably like since I was 12, which is probably pretty young, but I wanted to be like seen as hot, but I was a kid, so it's like very hard. And I liked hot concepts in things and clothes that were like typically seen as sexy or taboo. And now that I am an adult though, I really like that. And I love, like, it's fun, it's ironic because like I don't like a lot of the like people or men who would say those things to me, but that's just like typically what I would the audience I would attract. But if someone actually, like, who I found very attractive, if they were to say that to me, or like say that I was so hot to them, I'd be like, immediately yes, immediately we're together, we're getting married. Like, it's just like those terms mean more to me. But I understand why people don't say them. I do 100%, because, and don't just throw that out, because it can be seen as like sexualizing someone. For instance, like, I don't get comments of people saying like, you're so hot, like, and that's fine. One, they might not think that, but even if someone did think that, they probably wouldn't comment it, because they think like, oh, they'll think this is weird. But trust me, like, I'm not saying anyone has to do it, because I don't want anyone to feel weird, but I would totally be fine with that. I'd be like, period, thank you so much. Like, it would just fire me up, if that makes sense. But I understand why people do not say it too much, because yeah, it can get it can seem like you're sexualizing them, even if you're not. But I do like to be seen in that manner by like anyone, honestly. And I know that that's controversial, because a lot of people don't want that, but that's just like, it is what it is. That's like what you like. Maybe you don't like to be seen by people in like a sexy way, unless it's like someone that you're dating or your partner and things like that. But it's like, for me, I'm not that way. Even if I was seeing someone and I was like really locked in with them, I wouldn't mind like someone else looking in and thinking like, oh, he's like sexy, he's hot. But that's just me. I don't think a lot of people feel that way. I just like, I want to be I guess tasteful to different people. Yeah, this has gotten weird. On that note, let's take a break. BRB for the Leckiju cues. Alright, welcome back from the break. So, we've got Leckiju cues today. I haven't done this segment in a while, but I asked some people on my Instagram at Leckiju and at leckiju.kpop what their favorite compliments or compliment that they have received. Okay? So either one they've received several times, or one specific one that stood out. If you want to be included in these kind of videos and be in the Leckiju cues, you can submit. I normally ask every week at Leckiju and at leckiju.kpop at different times. So, up first we have, someone told me I have a podcast voice. See, the reason I included this one, because we're on the podcast, but because I talked about the voice. Like, people said that too, like that they would like to hear my voice in a podcast, or like things like that, and then they're fake and don't watch this podcast. So if you're watching this, you're a real one, and I love you. Share with your friends, tell them to subscribe. Anyways, so yeah, they have a podcast voice. It's great. And being complimented on your voice is like a small thing, but there are so many annoying voices in the world. So and someone out there has to like your voice. The next one, someone said you have a fat ass. Okay, I would say let's take a break, but we just came back. So that's great though. And you don't understand the fire that would be inside me if somebody complimented and told me that too, because that's never happened before. And I'm going to hold out hope and say that someday someone's going to tell me that. I be doing my squats every single day, guys. Every single day. And never been told that, but I love that for you. I'm so happy for you. Much love. I'm getting there. Someone said, you're worth more than any number a person can offer you. Live to share that feeling. So this one's in quotes. They put it in quotes, which makes me believe that this was one that they were really told. So you're worth more than any number a person can offer you. Live to share that feeling. That's really deep. That's really deep. A deep compliment, though, is really cool, really fierce. It can be very, like, leave a big impact on someone. Obviously, this person remembered it, so that's cool. I think I need to get more into that, make them more meaningful. I think, like, when I do that, though, I think it would seem ingenuine if I did that. Coming from me, because I'm more of a, like, UA girl, or, like, work. So I feel like if I came up with some poetry, someone's gonna think I'm doing too much. But if you're the right person for that, that's cool. I'm also not the type to like receive those, I don't think. Although, try writing me a poem and see if I like it. Moving on. That I look younger than I am, / people think my little sister is the older one. I was happy to see this included in here so that I could do a little story time. So I know what you mean. However, I am the younger sibling. My brother is 2.5 years older than me. When we were younger, people used to think we were twins. Not that like I looked old or he looked young. They just thought we were twins. We were also the same height for a long time, and we would do everything super in sync. We would match clothes. It was like kind of spooky. But now I'm much taller. Well, he's like 5'9". I'm 6'2". And we don't really look alike. I can see what we do, but not like the same. I mean, we do have similarities. We have like round blue eyes, if mine decided to be blue that day. We have sharp jawlines. His is sharper and more of like a square face, or more like angular face, and I think mine's more narrow. His is more flat. My hair's longer and straighter. His is wavy and like up. And okay, like I get it. We look similar. We're both white guys. Okay? And we both look like vampires. Sure. But so many people in like our adult life, or like even after we grew and looked more different, people were like, are y'all twins? And we're like, what? Like, I get the resemblance, but not twins. Or people not being able to tell the difference between us. I'm like, I'm 6'2". He's 5'9". Like, but some people, that's just tall. Some people, it's just like, oh, that's up. But now I have gotten a few times people saying that I'm the older one. And that's where we have beef. Actually, recently with my younger cousin on vacation, she was like guessing that. Well, first she guessed we were in our 70s, and I was like, Queen, you're insane. But she was just, saying big numbers. And then she said that when she found out that he was 22, she was like, then he was like, well, then how old is he? And she was like 23 or 25. I was like, Queen, that was actually the day before my birthday, it was the day before my birthday. I wasn't even 20 yet. But I have gotten it a few times of people thinking that Ephraim is the younger brother. Boo. I'm like, I look young. Maybe it's because he acts younger and like jumps around. He's like energetic. I don't have that energy. Sorry. But yeah, I guess I can see it. Whatever. But I feel your story, but on the reverse side. You remind me of my boyfriend. Yeah, that's fierce. That's fierce. That's bold of whoever it is to say. I've actually gotten that, and this is stupid. This was more of a bit, but when I was really little, this girl who was older, she told me, and like in front of all of her friends, I think it was more of a bit or like a challenge or a dare. And she was like, I really like your outfit. It reminds me of or something of my boyfriend would wear. And I thought I ate. I was like 8, actually, in this. I think I was like 8 or 9. Anyways, it was for a Belk fashion show, period. And so the outfit that they gave me, she was like, this outfit looks like something my boyfriend would wear. She didn't have a boyfriend, but, it was hypothetical. And I was like, I thought I ate. But that's fierce. Next one. You are the most unpredictable person I've ever met. That's great. You never want to be boring. Unpredictable. I know that this could be seen as a read too, but it is a compliment. Obviously, anything can be seen as a read or a compliment based on how you take it. It's like that HR thing that's like the victim. Basically, it's like how you receive things. It's not about what they said, it's how you took it. This is kind of, someone could be like, you're so unpredictable, in a bad way, in a nasty way. Or they could be like, you are so unpredictable. I love it. because you don't want to be boring. You want to be spontaneous, and you want to be like, it's like when people say you're so crazy, like you're all over the place. That can be a good thing. Crazy's good. Yeah. So you ate. The last one, you smell like Play-Doh. You smell like Play-Doh. I'm not sure how that's a compliment. I know people like the smell, but I don't see how that's a compliment. You smell like Play-Doh. Okay, well, that's the episode on compliments. That's it for today, I guess. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe and turn on the post notifications and join the family. You can check out my other socials. They're all linked in the link tree on this channel, but the Instagrams are at Leckiju and at leckiju.kpop, and then my TikTok is at Leckiju212. So you can check out all my reels, my videos, my short form, and my regular post. I post a lot of fun stuff, so don't miss out. And if you made it to this point in the episode, I love you so much. My advice is give more compliments. Genuine though. Speak to strangers, make their day, like make them have so much fun, brighten their day, and maybe you'll get a compliment. Maybe you'll putting out more compliments, maybe we'll bring more in. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to be more thoughtful with my compliments. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to bring others up, lift their spirits. And my other piece of advice, last piece of advice, is wear deodorant and perfume and cologne so that you don't smell like Play-Doh. Unless you like that smell. Anyways, this has been the Leckiju Lounge. Bye-bye.